Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to the fourth session of this class where we are continuing with the chapter Union Legislature. You can see on the screen the topics. These are the topics which we are going to discuss today. So let's get started. In my previous class, I discussed about Lok Sabha, how number of seats are there in Lok Sabha, what are the qualifications to become the member of Lok Sabha, what percentage of seats are there for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and also for women. In my previous session, one thing was left there, that when the election takes place, if from any one constituency, if two candidates get the same number of votes, how do they are elected? They are elected or they are declared winner by lottery process. So by lottery process, they are being declared the winner. Next is tenure of Lok Sabha. The tenure of Lok Sabha is 5 years, but it can be dissolved earlier by President on the advice of Prime Minister. You can see here on the screen the pages of the book where it is clearly written that the President can dissolve it. But how? Only on the recommendation of Prime Minister. In such case, it can be dissolved, but normally the term is 5 years. And the other case is when the term of Lok Sabha can be extended. It can be extended only 1 year at a time. We cannot extend 2 years at a time. Only 1 year at a time. And that is only in the situation of emergency. So, this is all about the tenure of Lok Sabha. And mostly you will see the speaker or the deputy speaker elected by the members from among themselves. They are also the members, one of the members of the parliament. And still today, the tradition has been followed that the speaker is elected from majority party and the deputy speaker is from the opposition party. Children, I think you must be knowing who is the Speaker of India at present. Who is the Speaker of Lok Sabha? Who is the Speaker of Lok Sabha? So the Speaker at present is Om Birla, who belongs to BJP party, and Deputy Speaker was M. Thambidurai Karu. He belonged to Dravidian party, but he was, at present, the seat is vacant. If you see in the Google, there will be there that the seat is still to be allotted. So at present, no one is there. 25th May 2019 up to 25th May 2019, M. Thambidurai Karur served as a deputy speaker. So these are the current things which you should know. Next we come to the topic, that is power and functions of speaker. Now let's come to the page of your book so that you can easily understand it. before going into the points of powers and functions of speaker, let me tell you one thing, that speaker is the presiding officer of Lok Sabha. Presiding officer means he is the in charge of Lok Sabha. And as I told you, up still today, the tradition has been followed that whoever becomes the speaker, he belongs from majority party, belongs from ruling party. And he is elected from members of Lok Sabha. Whoever is elected as the members of Lok Sabha, from there we elect someone as speaker. He has to remain impartial. When he or she is been elected as a speaker of Lok Sabha, one has to be impartial throughout till he is giving the service as a speaker. He or she is the main spokesman of lower house. Lower house is house of people, where the members represents the people, because those representatives, those members have been directly elected by the people. Now, apart from that, he presides over Lok Sabha, he maintains discipline, he also certifies money bill. Certifies money bill means he signs money bill. And children, one thing also I want to tell you, that if there is a deadlock like situation, deadlock means tie. Deadlock means tie. So when there is a deadlock like situation, speaker has got the power to vote. When there is a tie like situation, then the speaker has the power to vote. He even allows the members to ask questions. So your first point is presides over the meeting of Lok Sabha. As I told you, that speaker is in charge of Lok Sabha. And if he is not present there, in his absence, deputy speaker will look after it. The speaker also maintains discipline and decorum of the house. Means all the dignity should be maintained, discipline should be maintained, and all have to follow the rules and regulations of the house. And if the situation demands, if there is a chaos-like situation, the speaker has the power to adjourn the house. Adjourn means he can suspend the house. So these are the powers and functions. Next point. Next page you will see all the petitions and documents addressed to the house are received by the speaker. Means whatever documents or any petitions have to be presented, that should be first of all given to the speaker. So all the petitions and documents addressed to the house are received by the speaker. Petition means a written document which is presented before the speaker, or some paper signed by number of people and ask for any change. For that, first of all, it should be presented to the speaker. So it is an written document, you can say, double T E N document. Okay. It is the Lok Sabha speaker who presides over the joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament. Let me explain you in detail this joint sitting. Joint sitting, when situation comes, when for example any bill, I am talking about ordinary bill, if any situation arises that it is passed by one house but it is not passed by other house, then speaker ask for joint session of both the houses of the parliament, and those joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament are presided by speaker. That means debates, discussions related to that particular, for that which they want to make a bill to make it a law. For that, a debate and discussions take place in front of speaker. So speaker has also the power to preside over the joint session of both the houses of parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. So these are all the powers and functions, and as I told you that speaker has also the power to vote in case of deadlock, means in case of tie. And even he puts a signature on the money bill, because in case of money bill, Lok Sabha has the power. If it is passed by Lok Sabha, it directly goes to the president for its signature and becomes a law. So in case of money bill, Lok Sabha is more powerful. That's why we say lower house. Why lower house? Why Lok Sabha is more powerful than Rajya Sabha? Now we come to Rajya Sabha. Let me discuss you first of all what is the distribution, what are the total number of seats for Rajya Sabha. So here you can see that maximum strength should be 250, where 238 will be representing states and union territories. 2 union territories. And which are those 2 union territories? Delhi and Puducherry. If I tell you the Rajya Sabha seats at present, 1 seat Rajya Sabha seat is for Puducherry and 3 is for given to Delhi. So total 238 seats will be there for Rajya Sabha, which will be representing states and union territories. And what is this 12? This 12 is the number of members. 12 members are nominated by president. And who are these 12 members? They are the distinguished personalities from the field of art, literature, social service, sports, etc. When I was discussing about Lok Sabha, and in my first session, there I told you how many seats are there nominated by president for Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and there I discussed about some of the members who are being nominated by president for Rajya Sabha. But at present, it can go maximum up to 250, cannot cross 250. But what is the present strength of Rajya Sabha? 245. Where 233 is representing states and union territories, 2 union territories, that is Delhi and Puducherry. And 12 is been nominated by president. So this is the latest update or latest seats or strength of Rajya Sabha. So children, one thing I want to tell you, that when it is asking you the composition of Rajya Sabha, you must write this one, that the maximum strength of Rajya Sabha is 250, where you will do this distribution, 238 from states and union territories and 12 from which are been nominated by the president. But you also give the present strength of Rajya Sabha, that is 245, 233 representing are elected from states and union territories, and 12 is been nominated by the president, who are the distinguished persons from different fields, from arts, social service, literature, etc. So when it is asking you the composition of this Rajya Sabha, you have to write this, because your book is not the new edition. It has only given you the maximum strength. It has not given you the present strength of Rajya Sabha. But you should know this. And when it will be asking you the composition, you write both the things. So I think, children, there is no confusion in you and it is clear to you. Next we come to, you can see here in your book, that is page number 212. Here it is written there, 250. 238 from states and 2 union territories, that is Delhi and Puducherry, by the elected members of state legislative assemblies. State legislative assemblies. One thing I want to tell you, that the members of parliament, the members who are being elected for Rajya Sabha, they are also MPs. But they are not directly elected by the people. They are elected by the members of state legislative assemblies, that is MLAs, members of legislative assemblies. Now next we come to qualifications. Qualifications of Rajya Sabha. So let me come to that topic, which I have shown you, that which topic we have to cover. Qualifications of Rajya Sabha. So let's come to that page of your book. To become the member of Rajya Sabha, one must be a citizen of India. This is your first point. Second is 30 years of age, and his name must be in the voter list. As I previously only told you that the members of Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people, whereas the members of Rajya Sabha are indirectly elected by the people, you can say. That means they are elected by the members of state legislative assemblies, because these MLAs are being chosen by the people, and these MLAs choose the members of Rajya Sabha from different states and union territories. So people here do not participate in the election process of to become the member of Rajya Sabha. Now we come to election and tenure. Means for how many years they are there as a member of Rajya Sabha, and how these seats are again filled. Again here we come to the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is not a permanent house, but Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. It is dissolved. This Lok Sabha can be dissolved before 5 years also. But Rajya Sabha is a permanent house which cannot be dissolved, because every 2 years 1/3 of its members retire and elections are being held to fill these seats. So here retirement is there. Every 2 years 1/3 of members retire and replaced by new members. And what is their term? Its term is 6 years. Where in Lok Sabha we find 5 years. But here the members of Rajya Sabha is for 6 years. So here also you can get the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Next we come to presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. Presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. So here Vice President is the presiding officer, or you can say chairman of Rajya Sabha. You can see over here. Vice President. Whereas in the Lok Sabha, presiding officer is Speaker. So same like Lok Sabha, He also presides over the meetings of Raj Sabha, conducts the proceedings, discipline and decorum, everything. But in one thing, there is a difference between the two. I am repeatedly telling you that when there is a deadlock like situation, when there is a tie during the voting procedure, Speaker can vote, whereas the chairman of Raj Sabha cannot vote, because Vice President is not the member of the House. So he or she cannot vote on any issue. Why he cannot vote on any issue? Because not the member of House. Whereas the Lok Sabha Speaker can vote because he or she is the member of House, Lok Sabha. Next is Deputy Chairperson. There also we have Deputy Speaker. Here also we have Deputy Chairperson. So when there is when a chairman is not performing his duty in his absence due to any reason, then Deputy Chairperson perform all the powers, all the duties which chairman was doing. So in the absence of chairman, Deputy Chairperson will perform all the duties. So at present, who is the Deputy Chairperson? Hari Narayan Singh. Hari Narayan Singh. So these are all about the presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. Now children, this is a very important points which you should know. It will be helping you to recall. It is very helpful for recalling the difference between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Clear? So let's come. First of all, the topic is meaning. Under this meaning, what does Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha means? Lok Sabha is the house of people because the people directly elects the members of Lok Sabha. To become the member of Lok Sabha, people directly elects. But in the case of Rajya Sabha, people do not vote or participate in the election for the Rajya Sabha members. Here, they are elected by the state legislative assemblies. If we come to tenure, Lok Sabha, the tenure is 5 years, whereas the Rajya Sabha has 6 years. Here also in the case of age, there is a difference. For Lok Sabha, one have to be 25 years. This is 25 years. And here, one have to be 30 years. If we talk about the presiding officer, who is the presiding officer of Lok Sabha? Speaker. And here, Vice President. Vice President. Okay. If we go through the election process, here, to become the member of Lok Sabha, people directly votes and they elect the member of Lok Sabha. But in the case of Rajya Sabha, people do not participate. Here, they are being elected by the state legislative, elected members of state legislative assemblies. So, the Lok Sabha members are directly elected by the people, whereas in case of Rajya Sabha, they are elected by elected members of state legislative assemblies. Of state legislative assemblies. So, this is all about the election process. In the case of nature, Lok Sabha is not a permanent house, but Raj Sabha is a permanent house. Why? Because every 2 years, 1/3 of members retire. How many members? In case of this, 1/3 members retire every 2 years. Strength. Here in Lok Sabha the maximum strength is 552. Whereas in Lok Sabha the maximum strength is 250. This is 250. No confidence motion. No confidence motion. It takes place only in Lok Sabha. No confidence motion takes place only in Lok Sabha. It does not comes in Raj Sabha. No confidence motion takes place in Raj Sabha. But in Lok Sabha, if there is a no confidence motion, no confidence means if the government, ruling government has lose the majority, then the Council of Ministers will resign. And this will be informed by the Prime Minister to the President and ask President to dissolve the House. So President will dissolve only after the recommendations of Prime Minister. Next is Money Bill. Here also in Money Bill, Lok Sabha is more powerful. And as I told you, Speaker certifies the Money Bill, signs the Money Bill. So no such Money Bill is presented in Raj Sabha. Joint sitting. In Lok Sabha, joint sitting takes place. If there is any debate or discussions takes place, and if one house has given their consent and the other house has not given the consent, then the Speaker will call joint sitting of both the houses, and this will take place in Lok Sabha, not in Raj Sabha. Next is retirement. No such retirement policies are there in Lok Sabha. But in Raj Sabha, every 2 years, 1/3 of its members retire and are replaced by new members. So these are some of the points which you should keep in mind regarding the difference between Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. If you recall these points, you will be able to differentiate between Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha, and it will make you much easier to recall and learn, children. So these are the points which you should always remember while differentiating between Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. So these is all about the Union Legislature, today's topic, where I covered tenure of Lok Sabha, power and functions of Speaker, Raj Sabha composition, qualifications to become the member of Raj Sabha, election and tenure, presiding officer of Rajya Sabha, and differentiation between Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha. So children, now your homework will be to at least write the present speaker. Write the present speaker, deputy speaker, of Lok Sabha, and also the presiding officer, chairperson of Rajya Sabha. That means you have to write the names of present speaker and deputy speaker of Lok Sabha, and also the presiding officer of Rajya Sabha. That is, who is the Vice President of India, who is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. This you know it, that Vice President is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. So you have to write the name of Vice President. This I have given you as homework so that you should know the current things. Thank you, children.